Counterpunch boxing. What's going on YouTube? Okay, look, I'm going to show you guys a little bit, maybe a different look tonight. I'm on a different device. Maybe I sound a little bit different, but we're all good. Miguel Cotto, right? Now, look, I showed the fight live in my boxing group, Counterpunch Boxing Talk, okay, on Facebook. We try to do it as much as we can. A lot of times we get caught, it gets taken down, that kind of thing. But typically we can, we can bring you guys the fight live, even a pay-per-view. So, you guys need to come over to the group, check it out. We got got a lot of good debates going on over there, but definitely have the live feed for you at no charge whatsoever. But anyway, Miguel Cotto. All right, look, I'm going to give you guys my opinion, but first, before I do that, I kind of want to show you what other people in my group are thinking about him. So we're going to go the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, the everything. We're going to talk about, the Boxing Hall of Fame all the way from the Diva Cotto. Just cover it all, but quickly, okay, but quickly. Let me see. Let me read. I thought it was very interesting, and I want to read this to you guys here. Okay, talking about his legacy, okay. There is, let me go back up. Right. All right. There is a question of legacy. Where does Miguel Cotto stand amongst the pantheon of Puerto Rican greats? Okay, I for one would rank Wilfredo Gomez, Carlos Ortiz, Wilfredo Benitez, and Felix Trinidad all ahead of Cotto in terms of greatness. Now, I kind of agree with that. If you guys know your Puerto Rican boxers, I would agree. That's a pretty fair statement, okay? That means that if PR had Mount Rushmore discipling rather its greatest fighters, Miguel Cotto would not make the cut. I would think long and hard before placing Cotto ahead of Hector Macho Camacho. In fact, after careful reflection, I would not. Okay, there are standards that should be met before attaining legendary status, and no matter how much money HBO spends in producing nostalgic retrospectives on Cotto's career, the truth is this: Cotto was a very good fighter who fought great fighters, but was not one himself. In short, Miguel Cotto, hashtag not a legend. Basically, he's trying to say, he doesn't compare to the old Puerto Rican late and greats, all that kind of stuff, right? Which I agree, I do. Okay, also, he had the big deep pocket HBO backing him up, a good promoter, and a good, you got to remember too, at the end of his career, a world-renowned coach, Freddie Roach, right? That's, if you're with Freddie, Freddie's he's a megastar in the boxing community. So, he's got a lot of things working for him. So, I kind of agree with his points there, and I kind of don't. This guy here, Miguel Cotto, 41-5-33, one of the best fighters of his generation, is potentially ending his career on his own terms Saturday night. Okay, the 37-year-old Puerto Rican who has won 6 world titles in 4 different weight classes over a 16-year pro career has set up a final bout against Sadam Ali, 25-1, 14 KOs for the WBO super welterweight in Madison Square Garden, New York. Okay, boxing fans would be wise to clear time in their schedule to see him off, although sometimes takes multiple farewells before a fighter can finally hang up the gloves. So basically, they're saying, these guys, they talk about how they're going to retire. I mean, think about how many times did Mayweather come in and out of retire. Even Pacquiao in his own ways, coming in and out. Roy Jones Jr. I mean, I think he's still boxing to this day. So a lot of these guys, they want to retire, but they can't really get away from it. So so there's a lot of it's crazy because typically when we talk about different I don't know, call them global icons, right? Or, big mega boxing stars, there's kind of like this 80-20, 70-30 split with the fans and their way of thinking. But with Cotto, it seems like, I don't know, it's like you're like right down the middle. You have fans that really support him and that, totally got his back. And then you have other people that, they're not having it. They're just not having it. By the way, Rigondeaux and Loma coming up, I think 2 days. So I'm going to put out a ton of videos about those two guys, short videos, but videos. Hang on, let me get to another article I wanted to show you guys real quick. And then we'll talk, we'll talk about the fight. Oh, right here, I want to show you this too. Okay, notable fights in New York City. Daniel Gill, Sergio Martinez, Austin Trout, Antonio Margarito II, Shane Mosley, Zab Judah, Paulie Malignaggi. You know, actually, one of my favorite Cotto fights, I like the Pacquiao fight, but probably Shane Mosley and then the Mayorga fight was great. And even the Clottey fight. I mean, you know, and I'm not a big fan of the Margarito fights, and I don't want to really talk much about that because, you know, I don't want to give Margarito any kind of shine, any kind of respect because he doesn't deserve it. Right? That dude should be in jail, in my opinion. In jail, right? You know, so we're not going to talk about Margarito, but look, just going over his career real quick. Kamagai, Canelo, Gil, Martinez, Delvin Rodriguez, Austin Trout, Mayweather, Margarito again, of course, Mayorga, Yuri Foreman. Let's see, who else was there? Clottey, which we mentioned, Gomez, you know, Paulie Malignaggi, Zab Judah, DeMarcus Corley, you know, just Torres, okay, Ricardo Torres. I mean, just who in boxing right now has a resume like that, okay? You know, that's the thing. I mean, and really, you know, there's like this new generation of boxers coming in, you know, the Keith Thurmans, the Earl Spence, you know, the Terrence Crawfords, and, you know, no one has a resume like this anymore, right? And it's kind of, I don't think it'll ever happen again, you know? When are you going to have a guy that's, you know, fought Pacquiao, Mayweather, you know, Mosley, Zab Judah, Mayorga, you know, Canelo, right? Martinez, come on. I mean, Martinez, like, you know, so when you look at this, it's an incredible career and it should be celebrated, you know, whether you're a Cotto fan or not, you know. And now the fight, the Sadam Ali and Miguel Cotto, I had it, you know, I had Ali winning. You know, I think the judges, they got it right. You know, you can't really fault them. They got it right. And, you know, it was a good competitive back and forth match, okay? And I don't think either guy has anything to be ashamed of. And, you know, congratulations to Sadam Ali. And, you know, look, even an older 37-year-old Cotto, that's not an easy win, okay? It's not an easy fight. So, you know, and also Cotto was talking about how he tore his bicep round 7, and he wasn't really making excuses, but he's like, yeah, you know, I tore my right bicep and it kind of rolled up in my arm, and really that's when Cotto was kind of turning things around a little bit, and I thought he was really, you know, starting to, I don't know, walk him down a little bit, but Cotto getting rocked. I mean, I forget what rounds, but, you know, both guys getting rocked multiple times. Look, Gennady Golovkin, the real Miguel Cotto, good luck in your last fight, my friend. Too bad we never fought when you had the WBC. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? Didn't Cotto pay Gennady Golovkin step-aside money in order to take the fight with Canelo, and then Canelo beats Cotto, gets the WBC, vacates, and then I believe, but I thought Gennady Golovkin was the interim from Rubio. Could have it wrong. I thought it was Rubio, but I do remember Gennady Golovkin, he had to wait 2 years, okay, 2 years before he finally got, you know, basically the WBC handed to him because Canelo vacated, and they basically handed Gennady Golovkin the WBC. So, but, you know, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know, I guess, you know, Gennady Golovkin, he's like, you know, too bad we could never get in the ring. But I think Golovkin would have, you know, look, Cotto's chinny, okay? That's the thing about Miguel Cotto. You know, he's always putting on a good, you know, a good entertaining fight, and that's what I like about Miguel Cotto. So I'm not, you know, I'm not going to really focus on the negative right now. In fact, I'm about to cut the video short, but you know, good entertaining, and that's what I like. You know, he gets hurt, you know, he comes back, he's ahead, he's behind, he's up, he's down. You know, you never know what you're going to get in a Cotto fight, and I like that. And he's tough, you know, he's a tough dude. He keeps coming forward. I mean, come on. I mean, the guy was getting hit with bricks, right, from Margarito, like literally had plaster bricks in his hands, and he kept coming forward. I mean, like I said, there's a lot about Miguel Cotto you people should really, you know, take note, respect whatever it is, because there'll never be another. I mean, I can't say that. Not that there'll never be another, but you know, I guess he's our generation. You know, the Puerto Rican fighters, right? You know, he's our Trinidad. Whether you like it or not, he is. I mean, so I don't know. Now, like I said, there's a lot to like and a lot not to like. So, but I don't know, guys. I might cut it there. Canelo right here, a strong hug from me. You know, he's talking about Cotto right here. I learned a lot from that fight. It was an honor. And personally, it was an honor to be in the ring with you. So this is, you know, cool for Canelo to come out and say this kind of stuff. Now it's your time to enjoy everything you did for the sport of boxing. I think that you did a lot for the sport of boxing, okay? Miguel Cotto, I just wanted to wish you success in your fight, talking about, of course, the Sadam Ali fight. But here you have it right here, Miguel Cotto, Sadam Ali. And yeah, Sadam Ali winning by decision. But yeah, like, you know, I thought it was a good fight. I mean, I haven't gone back and watched it. Like I said, I was broadcasting live, you know, to the boxing group, so I'd like to go back and watch it, but I did not. Now, let me talk real quick about the Rigondeaux and Lomachenko fight. So I've made a couple of videos, but I'm going to get back on it and just put out a bunch of quick videos to catch up on the news. I've been off a few days, you know, the holidays and whatnot, but, you know, I'm excited to be back. I love getting on YouTube, talking a little bit of boxing, you know, and I miss it. So I've got the itch. So I'm gonna put out a bunch of videos. So I mean, what do you guys think about Cotto? In my book, he's all right. You know, he's all right. So like I said, I wouldn't rate him above, you know, the Puerto Rican greats like we mentioned earlier, but you know, for as far as our generation, you know, he's definitely, to me, a fighter that should be respected. And, you know, I don't know. I just have a hard time saying anything negative about Cotto. So what do you think, guys?